Okay, y'all, got some F-18 fighter jets up there playing around. Hey, y'all, let's rip one outdoors. We're back with you. We're gonna make a medicine run to Fred's Discount Pharmacy. It's clear over on the other side of Picayune, over by Silk Stocking. Whether we can do that on our lunch break or not, I don't know. You'll have to hang around and see. This is a little bit longer run than we normally make. I've never done it on my lunch break before. But we got the wired cruiser here today. It's got the power, it's got the range, it's got the speed. And we're gonna lay the lines to this hoss. Y'all come go ride along with us. Rip one outdoors. Y'all, many of y'all wants to ride along with us. Y'all grab something and hang on. Let's go. Roll that intro. All right, y'all, let's get on the road. Let's run to Picayune. We're gonna pick up some medicine. We go into a different location. I know for a couple of years now, y'all have seen me go to Walgreens, but we don't hardly deal with Walgreens much more. We do a little hometown pharmacy over in other side of Picayune, there by the school on Goodyear Boulevard. It's a little further to ride. In fact, my wife asked me, said, you not taking the truck? I said, no. She said, well, how are you going to get there? I said, I'm going on that wired cruiser. She said, you ain't going up Highway 11, are you? I said, no. No, I'm gonna go the long way around. Before we go too far, I had a question on my video that I did the other day where I was riding the X-Peak. This old donkey's blowing at me. Anyway, he asked me about this land. Now, I will always refer to it as the old place, okay? Most of the folks, and then I'll just ride because I can talk to y'all while I ride. But most of the folks around here, well, a lot of the older ones, they know it as the ball field. And the viewer asked me a question. He said, did y'all retain ownership of the land when NASA took it over for the buffer zone? And the answer to that question is yes. But we didn't keep it for many years. For a long time, we had our family reunions there, right under that old big live oak right there. I know y'all can't see that, but right under that big live oak, we had our family reunions for years. And we had a ball field there. What used to be the garden, yeah, it was a garden spot. That's where Daddy and Grandpa and them, that's how he fed the family, right there in that garden spot. Well, we took and smoothed it out with tractors and stuff like that when we was young'uns. And a lot of the older ones around there helped. And we made one of the best softball fields, or football field, whatever you want to call it. We made one of the best ball fields around. And there was people come there from all over the South, Mississippi, to do tournaments and stuff like that. I mean, we had tournaments from people come from all over in South Alabama and Louisiana and places like that. Teams come and set up and played softball tournaments right there where them horses is at. So in answer to the man's question, yes, we did retain ownership. But I guess after a while, the place it got to where people didn't come there as much anymore. There was this local man, Mr. Alan Stockstill. He was a friend of the family, and he wanted to buy it to run a few head of cows on. So the family got together and said, let's sell the land to Allen. So they did. They sold the land to Mr. Allen. And that's then later on down the road, Mr. Allen passed away, and then I think this man wound up with the land. I don't know if he owns it or whether that's just their family land or what. So that's the story of the old place there. I'll always refer to it as the old place. That's where I was born. I lived there 3 years before the NASA moved us out. And we moved over on Cooter Ridge, where we are today. Oh yeah, getting back to the story. But you see, the man's got a little lean-to there, a little shed for them horses to get under. But you can't build anything that's got 4 walls on it. That's the story with that. So we could have retained, we retained ownership of the land, but we couldn't build anything on it. That's the way a lot of this land is. It's all buffer zone land. You can buy it, you can use it for running cows, stuff like that, but you can't build on it. So, getting back to the ride now. Yeah, I was looking there at the house before I headed out. I said, I did the MapQuest thing. I mean, I could run to Walgreens and pick up things, come back to the house, still have a few minutes left over, 10, 15 minutes left over. This time though, we're going all the way across town. And I did the MapQuest, not MapQuest, I did Google Maps, and by the bicycling way, and it says it's going to take 38 minutes. It's 7.4 miles. Wow, it seems like it's more than that though, y'all. But I didn't check my mileage before I left. I don't guess it matters. I'm sure Google Maps is pretty accurate on the mileage. It's just going to seem a lot further because we're going to be darting and ducking in and around that, Yeah, I told my wife, I said, that's not a normal bicycle I'm riding. I said, this is the wired cruiser. Yeah, this thing is like a bicycle on steroids. And I guess Google Maps probably put that information in there centered around a person who's riding a regular, manual bicycle, acoustic bicycle, whatever. They ain't figured that around the wired cruiser. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to take the wired cruiser and we're going to go all the way into town. We're going to run across town, pick up some medicine, and we're going to come back, and hopefully we can do all that within our lunch hour. I mean, if I run over a minute or two, I can make that up. That ain't no big deal. But I get on this bike, and I said, I think about them old Pony Express riders. Y'all remember them? They'd ride them horses till their tongues hung out. They'd get them all lathered up. Hold up there, dude. Look at his little truck. I like that little truck. That's a Honda. I bet I could go faster than him. But yeah, this is not your normal bike here. This thing here, hey, you can lay the lines to this bike. Go ahead on. I guess he can get on down the road with that thing. So I got my time laid out right here that I think I can run along here about 26 miles per hour, and that is just a comfortable ride with this bike. I'm in pedal assist 3. It's got 5 pedal assist. We're not going to slack up our riding. Like a story in the Bible, a lady's son got sick. It's over in the Old Testament. A lady's son got sick, and she sent her servant. She said, get that ass out there and you slack not that riding until you go and find, I believe it was Elisha or Elijah. And you bring him here and tell him my son's sick. But she told that boy to slack not thy riding. So that's what we're going to do with the wired cruiser. We're not going to slack up on it. And we should be okay on our time. I declare, it's a great day, y'all. Nothing like the Bluebird day we had the day before yesterday. Yeah, y'all remember how pretty that was? I declare. That's a word my grandma used when we was young'uns. Grandma would always tell us, son, I declare, if you ain't done got out there and got muddy all over. Yeah, she's always declaring something. That's just the way the old timers talk, you know. Yeah, we got a good pace going along here, about 28 miles per hour. We're gonna slow down, we're gonna cut right through here and go behind Chick-fil-A here. That's where we come over here the other day and got the sandwich I thought was gonna be a pretzel. I'm gonna tell y'all what I gotta watch. I gotta watch these brakes on this bike, because these things will stand you on their head, man. They got good brakes. They're kind of loud and raspy, but they pretty good brakes. Hold up, dude. Watch at me. Look at me now. Thank you. Yeah, my grandma would declare things. First time I went overseas on the airplane, went to Spain. Y'all, we stayed in the air, I don't know, 8, 9 hours, something like that. Before we landed in Madrid, lady come walking down the aisle and says, she had some little forms. She says, sir, do you have anything that you want to declare? I told her, I said, well, the only thing I got to declare is that this has been the longest plane ride that I have ever been on. I think it was about 9 hours, something like that. We stayed in the air. Flew from Atlanta right on over to Madrid. But yeah, I told her, I said, I declared that's the longest plane flight. And I don't think that had anything to do with old Southern talking or anything. That was if I had some kind of goods that I wanted to declare or something or another. We're just gonna take it right easy through here till we get in the straight stretch. We got them HEB Allscape tires on here, and I feel real good about them. I feel pretty dead burn secure on them. They got thicker sidewalls. Still running, people asked me the other day what air pressure I run in my tires. I run 20 pounds in everything. If it's a 3-inch by 20-inch tire, I run 20 pounds. If it's 26 by 4, I run 20 pounds. And that way, I don't have no trouble going from one to the other trying to figure out what kind of pressure I'm running. All right, let's run. Stay behind this Kia here. Let's go to Fred's Discount Pharmacy. Yeehaw! I think we're gonna take a different route today, though, y'all. I think we're gonna take a little bit different route. In fact, we're gonna cut off and go right through here. Usually we go up there about First National Bank and cut through. But we're gonna go turn and go down South Blanks here. Blanks is gonna hook me up with East Canal Street. Y'all ain't never been through here. Well, it's 25 mile per hour speed limit. Yeah, I know y'all seen me probably run that yellow light back there, but I had a car right on my bumper and he was gonna run it too. He wasn't slowing down, so I said, you know what, we're just gonna run right on through that yellow light. His jaw dropped. Did y'all see that? Yeah, his jaw dropped and looking at this blue monster coming down through here. I spent a lot of time when I was a cop working this area over in here. This is beat 34. It was back then anyway. I don't know what it is now. They rerouted everything and all, changed things up. All back up in there by Pilgrim Bound Baptist Church and all. Oh yeah. Now, y'all know where we're at now? See, we're on East Canal. We usually come out right up here around Monroe. I'll show you. Candyman's Barbecue. Y'all, we're making pretty good time coming down through here. Pretty good speed. I'm gonna stay at 25. There's where we always come out, right there. See? That's where they got the hot rods at. I seen that man back there on blanks, and it reminded me of, you know, one thing that I've been paying attention to, and you know, once you click on one video, it's like the algorithm can direct you to all kind of videos relating to the same topic. But I was there the other day. I told y'all I went up there and got some gas for the lawnmowers because we fixing to start mowing grass. So yeah, I was getting some lawnmower and I heard something coming. It sounded like somebody walking with a big weed eater in their hands or something like that. I said, well, somebody's decided they broke out a weed eater here. Then it got to sounding like a chainsaw. Then it got to sounding like some of these airplane engines that we used to fly on remote control airplanes. Now I turned around and looked, and it was a guy riding a bike, and he had a gasoline motor on that thing. It was like a weed whacker motor. And I said, and he would look, y'all, he was getting it on down the country. I said, I want you to look at this. That guy was getting down the highway on that thing. So I got to digging into it a little bit, looking at what all was involved in it. I thought about, you know, if I was going to put a gas engine on something, I would put it on a big heavy bike like this, or like one of the others, like, you know, the Freewheel, Sega, or something like that. I'd put the gas engine on it. But these people were putting them on just little regular Walmart bikes. I think I'd want a little more meat on the bones if I was going to put a gas engine on a bike, you know. It's kind of like when I first saw this bike right here. I'm not a salesman for Wired. Had somebody ask me the other day, said, do you got a link? I said, no, I don't have a link. I bought my bike just like you do. But I said, apparently they think that I am on their payroll because they got my video. They got my Discovery Ride video right there on the front of their page with Tell Happy and all of them. But that's all right. Our channel's getting noticed from it, so that's okay. But no, I don't have a link. I think we just gonna park it. This is not a parking space right here, but we're gonna park it right here. We don't have to lock it because that means I can see it right out that window right there. It's like, oh, you gonna go in there and not lock that bike? Yep, we're gonna do it. See what the time is. 12:13. Man, we making good time. Better power up. All right, y'all, we fixing to get took off again now. But I can tell you this much. We got here. It took me exactly about 20 minutes to run up here. And y'all seen we was pretty much boogieing. Anyway, I was out on the, what bike was I riding yesterday? I didn't make a video. I guess I should have, but I got another video planned for it. Oh, I was on the XP 3.0 and I had rode to Walmart. I wanted to pick me up some hard candy and some stuff like that for sitting around there working, you know, around the home, in the office and all. So I went to Walmart and locked it up. A lady come out there. Our lady was walking by. She said, "Now that's what I need." Yeah. She said, "What's the brand? What brand is that?" I said, "Electric." She said, "Yeah, but what brand is it?" I said, "It's electric." And she asked me the third time, "Yeah, but what brand is it?" I said, "Ma'am, it's electric. Look right here." I had to point my finger down there and show her that that was the name of it, electric. Yeah, we went to get 2 prescriptions, but they only had 1. So I have to go back, may take a ride back up tomorrow if they got them in. May ride back up here tomorrow, bring the wired cruiser back with me. So the lady went in Walmart, and whenever I come back out, I had my doodads and what have you. Yeah, these couple girls walking along there in front of Walmart said one of them was toting a rake. She hollered at me, says, "I like your wheels." I said, "Oh yeah?" I said, "Thank you." I said, "I like your rake." It reminded me of one time that for Daddy and Mama's anniversary, Daddy went and bought Mama a rake to rake leaves with. Yeah, that didn't go over too well. Y'all, I'm sorry if it's dark, but I don't know how to get much more light out of this GoPro. And of course I can't do anything about the clouds, but hopefully y'all will get the picture. Every once in a while I'll get an email from someone and said, "Tell me about this wired cruiser." And you know, and I said, "Look, I'm not a salesman for them, but I said, I can tell you this, it's a very, very popular bike right now." I said, "It's not only very popular, it's also a very high quality bike, and it's a very high performance bike." High performance means that you can take rides like this and you don't have to worry about running out of juice. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. I'll give you a little tip on, I'll give y'all a little hint on what I done with the XP 3.0 is I put a second battery on that bike. Next time I go riding on it, I will show y'all. I'll talk to you and give you a link and everything else about what I did. But I went through Electric All Wheels down there in, I believe it's Tampa, Florida is where them boys is at. And he sells a kit with a balancer and everything. All you got to do is plug this rascal in. You open up the hatch there where the battery hooks up in the frame. You back that little plastic plate off. It's got a few little screws. You back them screws out and you take that cover off and you pull out your controller and you unplug, and he's got a video showing you how to do it. You unplug and you plug, and it's just as simple as that. If you can unplug a XC60 connector, you can do this. I can guarantee you, because that's all you do is unplug and plug. Then I got the battery. Man, it looks, I tell you, the completion of it and the way it trimmed out, I mean, tell you, it looks really, really good. These people around here ain't used to seeing a bike going this fast. I like it. I'm proud of it. I'll just be honest with you. I'm not a boastful type of person, but I don't mind at all people complimenting me on this bike, because it's something special. I can tell you it is. It's a big old bike. You need a big motor, it's got a big motor. You need plenty of batteries, you got plenty of batteries. Oh, they asphalting up in Hardee's. Yeah, Mickey will be happy with that. He goes to Hardee's quite a bit. Atchafalaya is busy. My goodness. I've had e-bike brakes that squeal that bad before. That motorcycle deer, that thing it had that turkey gobble sound to it. They doing some business up in the Atchafalaya here. Happy Mardi Gras. Yeah, this is, you know, we're close enough to New Orleans to be big into Mardi Gras. I'm not. I don't have a problem with what they do, but I mean, I just don't do Mardi Gras. It's all the traffic and all the congestion and stuff like that. You know, there at the house, you got a lot of people around the town here. They say, well, look online and see if you can find out when the Mardi Gras parade's gonna be in Slidell, say, or down in Bourbon Street or whatever. Well, around here, you see, they have Mardi Gras parades in all the little towns that surround, you know. South Mississippi, even over in Alabama, where they say Mardi Gras got its start at, around Mobile. But around here, we want to know when the Mardi Gras parade is, because we don't want to go and get mixed up in it. Because you'll get mixed up in the traffic, and you'll think you're in a traffic will just come to a dead halt. And then here comes the parades along. I did the same thing last year down in Bay St. Louis, got hung up in one. The guy told me, said, you can't go no further that way unless you're gonna be a part of the Mardi Gras parade. So I turned around. I'm kind of thinking about going down to Bay St. Louis. Yeah, this coming weekend, but I'm gonna have to check and make sure they ain't having no Mardi Gras parade. I mean, it's okay as long as you know where it's at. You want to try to avoid that area because it's the most people that you've ever been involved with in all your life. 26 miles per hour. I tell you what, we've laid the lines to this house. We went and got our medicine. We coming back. We making good time. Just turned 12:30. I left at about maybe 5 minutes till, something like that. I mean, this, like I say, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but this is not your normal e-bike right here. This thing right here will haul some booty. And I'm not even running at half the speed of what it will go, but this is really, really good, good speed for me to go and do my business and come back. Y'all, I think we're gonna make a quick run up in the airport. I went up in there yesterday and they had the little jet that's in that hangar where I show y'all sometimes. It's a Phenom. Embraer is the name, is the manufacturer. It's an Embraer Phenom. I believe it's the 300 something. But I used to ride, I used to have to fly out to Houston quite a bit, and it seemed like every time I flew out that way, I was on an Embraer. Little regional passenger jet. But you never know what you're gonna see. I talked to the man who's the manager of the airport yesterday, and he told me that, I talked to the man that's the manager of the airport yesterday. He told me they're fixing to close the airport down for a while. And I said, what in the world for? He said they're gonna repave the runway. They're gonna restripe it. What kind of critter is that? I just walked through there. But yeah, he said they're gonna repave it. They're gonna redo the lights. So yeah, I was telling Donald about it. Donald said that's gonna be good for the airport. I said, you're exactly right. I said, you know what I think this airport does? This airport sells a lot of fuel. Oh yeah, y'all remember the other day? Here you go. Check them out, boys. They're getting with it. That's the manager of the airport right there. I was talking to him. He's actually CFI, I believe, and he'll take you and train you how to get your pilot's license. Yeah, that's where the little Embraer stays right there, but it goes between there and up in Arkansas where its home base is at. So the question is can we leave our house and run all the way to across town over there to Fred's Discount Pharmacy, pick up Susie Q's pharmacy, pick up Susie Q's meds, and come back to the house within our lunch hour? And y'all see what the answer to that is. Like I say, we left it about 5 minutes till 12. It's 12:36 right now, and we're at the airport. So we got about 4 miles to get to the house. Plenty of time. We're gonna have plenty of time. Had another viewer that was asking me about the torque sensor or cadence sensor. Asked me, does it have a cadence sensor or torque sensor? I said it has a cadence sensor. And one person, and that person says, well, don't you prefer a torque sensor? Y'all, the best way for me to answer that question is like this. Yes, I do prefer torque sensors, but on this bike right here, I really don't care. This thing rides so good. It's got so much power. My legs is moving. I got plenty of resistance in the pedals. And if I want to go faster or whatever, I just bump that pedal assist up. I got this thing dialed in to where it's perfect for me. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. Don't you prefer torque sensors? Yeah. I like them. But if you want to give me a wired cruiser, I don't really care what it's got on it. Y'all, imagine my battery fixing to run out on my camera. So instead of stopping and doing all of that, we just gonna pull in here for just a second. I don't know if y'all seen this, but just in case somebody sees, what's that black fuzz right there doing? That's the loop side of Velcro right there. And why did I put that on there? Because whenever I haul this bike to a base, St. Louis, or somewhere on a ride away from home like that, I have to put this bar across here. And the last time I went, it rubbed a little bit of the paint off. So I put that Velcro loop on there, and that's what I do with all my bikes to keep them from getting scratched up. So there you go, y'all. There's a wired cruiser. I don't even know what pressure is in that shock now. Well, it's whatever it was, but it rides good. It gives me a good, comfortable seat. Yeah, nothing. Hey, ain't much to show about it that I haven't already showed you, but look at it. Ain't it pretty? We don't have any blue skies today, but we got a pretty blue bike, ain't we? Rock Brothers bag on the back. We got the medicine in there and whatnot. Might have a pack of nabs in there. Hey y'all, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like we normally do. We're gonna say, hey, if you like what you see and you want to see some more, hit that subscribe, that like, and even that bell notification. And that way you can see whenever Rip One puts out some more videos. But we fixing to get on down the road and get on down towards the house there and get back to work. But I hope y'all have enjoyed our lunchtime ride to go clear across Picayune over there, pick up some medicine, and we're coming back. What's our time? 12:43. Man, we got plenty of time to get home and go back to work. So I hope y'all have enjoyed the ride. Y'all come back and see us now and then. It's a Rip One saying God bless y'all.